Conversation. Prior to the tribunal judgment, the FCT were asking for a governor, senators, and also House of Rep members because of the judgment. What's your take?
Everybody should prepare for judgment, not justice. That's what people should be looking out for. Whichever it goes, you have seen it that it is not going to be justice. You know what justice is all about. You know what we have been seeing so far since 6th September of this month, 2023. We have been seeing judgment. We have not been seeing justice.
Okay, is it good that at this point in time, following the amendment to the understanding of the 25% that Abuja is a state or it has equal status to other states, does it imply that they should have an election, a run election, so that they can have a governor like other states and senators and House of Rep members?
Well, let me tell you, it's a very clear thing to say. The judgment so far on the 6th of September have opened a lot of things. It has shown that most of these judgments is not going to be based on law, what the law says, rather technicalities. I don't know how technicalities come into some of these issues we are talking about. I don't know why that word, for 13 good hours, what Nigerian judges could offer Nigerians is technicalities. Technicalities. How can you tell a father that has done DNA test of his child and you base that the father could not be able to take care of that, is no longer the direct owner of that child? That's what the judgment is like. You understand? And that judgment have encouraged automatically rigging and a continual and a call for electoral reform, for a revisit on electoral act again. That's what that law has. That's what that judgment has called for. It has called for continuity in rigging. It's encouraging rigging. Don't go and rig and go to court like they always say.
What if you have evidence?
What do you mean by evidence? The evidence that was out of 13 or evidence that was brought, which is what everybody has seen to be simply the fact. They struck out 10. What is the reason of striking out 10 evidence brought before the court based on technicalities? Let me give you a clear example. The issue of drug crime brought against Tinubu and him acknowledging that there was a certain time forfeiture was done. This court told this on passing that judgment, the court said based on technicalities. Is that justice? Somebody has committed offense. The committed offense said, "No, I forfeited so and so based on so and so." He said there's nothing like that. Look at the issue of Chicago. The certification. Go and do your investigation very well. What Tinubu collected in year 2006 was signed by another person, not by the VC, but board of directors of that university. Compared to where he's saying his school in 1970s. Go and check the record there. It does not tally. When you graduated as a whatever, you did your diploma, you came out, you said it's accounting. No problem. They went there to find out whether you actually went to that school. We are seeing different signatures, different logos, different fonts, different from what the university normally have, different signature. The person that signed Tinubu certificate 2006 was not the person that was there in the 70s.
That is left for the petitioners to unravel, not for the courts.
That's what I'm telling you. That some evidence was also brought and they struck it out based on technicalities. Everything, presidential election based on technicalities, rigging based on technicalities, stolen mandate again based on technicalities.
IREV, transmitting through IREV.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not compulsory. IREV transmit or use the IREV, but they can use a manual collation.
You know what I'm saying, that this is an super encouragement to rigging. You know, I said it before in this interview. This is rigging control, because the machineries that came up on that judgment day, you can see how all the APC riggers were in the court. They were in the court, thousands of them. The video was there. Shetima, all of them were in the court, because they have already seen that the people they are going to meet at the court is simply part of them. The judiciary is no longer independent. All eyes on the judiciary, but now it is all eyes on the Supreme Court. As we go to
that journey to the Supreme Court, are you asking Atiku and Obi to go on that journey to the Supreme Court?
My brother, it's a process. The process has to be completed. Let the apex court decide whether Nigerians will continue to rig elections or not. Whether we will continue to experience electronical transmitted result balloting or manual. You remember, all of us, all of us, we are here. It's not a matter about spending money. It's all about doing the right thing, putting that money purposefully. Everybody, all Nigerians know what Sekou Mahmoud was talking about. Electronical, automatic. He was setting it everywhere. Nigerians did not know. Maybe there was a lacuna that the issue of electronic and this thing is optional. Can you see that? That's why I'm saying that the electoral act, the electoral reform need to be revisited. We cannot continue like this to encourage, people's mandate being stolen without any, seamlessly.
Okay, let's believe that the Supreme Court will do justice to the petition before it's against the APC. Where do we move from here?
Where we are going to move from here is this. We are going to continue in that direction. The Nigerian youth who labored, you see, I keep on saying it. They came out and they stopped an evil of the police department called SARS. Nigerian youth stopped it. There are revolutionaries in this country. You cannot tell me there are no revolutionaries in this country. There are revolutionaries. But the appropriate time will come when the people will stand against and took their destiny by their own hand. So what I'm saying is this: there's going to be a ballot revolution any moment from now, and there is likely there's going to be voters' apathy, total boycott of any of the Nigerian election. Because I know what it took an average youth of this country to come out and stand for what Yakubu Mahmoud was talking about as at that time. Nigerians came out everywhere to vote, and now that all the electors in Nigeria are crying. The day on September 6th of this month, go to families, go to homes, everybody will be mourning what happened to them. So Nigerian youth, the Nigerian state itself, should start preparing for ballot revolution this time around.
I don't think it's going to help our democracy.
Let me tell you how it's going to help our democracy. The consciousness of every Nigerian now, as it stands in terms of Nigeria, has already been brutalized, has already been damaged. And when you push a man to a wall and he has nothing to fall up to, what do you expect? He's going to come to you, maybe with his last breath. That's what I'm calling for, ballot revolution. And if they fail to reform, to revisit the electoral act, and reform it to suit the civilization we are into now, then civic revolution or ballot revolution or total boycott from any election in Nigeria will not be something to toy with
We
anymore.
have an election that is coming, Imo State, Kogi and Bayelsa. Are we going to see this ballot revolution in this coming election?
Me, I have lost confidence on INEC. No, personally, me, and I know a lot of Nigerians. I don't want to know what's going to happen. You know, they have started their campaign again. You know, Nigerians themselves, based on ethnicity, tribalism, and lack of media representation. That is why these things has lingered over and over and over again. Thank God, 2-3 days ago, a former president of this country, Dr. Ebele Goodluck Jonathan, told the same line and said that the people that brought the independence of this country messed it up, that Nigeria is not a nation.
That's the former president.
But we have been saying it here over the years. Do people care to listen? But how are you going to able to manage a system that have brought so much burden to the citizens themselves, who are supposed to be leaders? These guys are supposed to be servants. We are supposed to be leaders. It is no longer the same thing. We say this is what they want. They say no, this is who is going to be in that place. Okay, we say let us go to the institution that belongs to the common man. They still go there and disturb our peace again. So what we are going to see in Bayelsa State today is going to be a repeat of cosmetic policies of the INEC. I repeat, it is going to be a cosmetic policy that we are going to experience in Bayelsa today.
No improvement.
And I'm telling all the Bayelsa electors to have a proper rethink why they are trying to, foolishly go to the altar again and let these politicians feast on them. Yes, boycott the election in Bayelsa State. They don't have anything to offer. Let us begin to see the reform in the electoral system. I will call for ballot revolution. Boycott it. It's not a matter of 2 derika, 1 derika. You go and sing. These guys, when you meet them, they say they are in a meeting. And when you open their door, you see them putting their 2 legs on top of their chair, and they're telling you they're in a meeting. Politicians, Nigerian politicians have become businessmen. What they are running in Nigeria is politics driven by business.